So welcome to this class. In this session, we are going to discuss the equation of hyperbola when the center is shifted from the origin to a point h, k, and then the transverse axis is parallel to the y-axis. So we call this one D, relating to what you have done before. So equation of the hyperbola with center h, k and transverse axis parallel to the y-axis. Okay, so consider this diagram. X 0, then y. So I'll draw my axis, this line parallel to the y-axis. So let me identify this point. So this point here to be my center, h, k. So I can as well draw so let this be the arms of the parabola. So let this be the arms of hyperbola. So let this be F. So I have V here, V, and then F. So let this one be F1, this to be V1, this to be V2, this to be F2. And because we already know the coordinates of the center, let's label them h, k. So this is the kind of the hyperbola we want to study. So we can read, so if this is h, k, then this must be h, and then this must be k. If you draw parallel line to the x-axis through these points, then this will help us to read the coordinates of the foci and vertices much easier. Because always the distance from the center to the vertices is always a units. So if this is k, moving up, it will be k plus a units. Moving down will be k minus a units. And then from center to foci is c units. So from k, we have k plus c. And then this will be k minus c. So the first thing is the equation of the parabola of this nature, hyperbola of this nature. So equation. So it will take the same structure as what we did for the case when the transverse axis was the y-axis and then the center was 0, 0. We saw that the equation was y squared over a squared minus x squared over b squared equals to 1. So the equation is going to be the same, but with shift of h units in the x and shift of k units in y. So therefore, equation for this case will be y minus k squared over a squared minus x minus h squared over b squared equals to 1. And then b squared is the difference between c squared and a squared. And c is always greater than a for hyperbola. So that's the first thing. And then vertices, the coordinates of the vertices are v1 will be given by, you see, k, the y value is k plus a, x value is h. So v1 will be h comma k plus a. And then v2 will be h comma k minus a. F1 will be h comma k plus c. And F2 will be h comma k minus c. So those are the vertices of the foci and the vertices for hyperbola whose transverse axis is parallel to the y-axis and center is h comma k. And then eccentricity is still the same as c over a, the distance from the center to the focus over distance from the center to the vertices, or to the vertex. And this ratio, this number is always greater than 1 because c is greater than a for the case of hyperbola. So in the next session, we will discuss about how to get the equations of asymptotes for hyperbola.